Chapter 9. A few weeks later, after many practices, I was ready to start the football season. By the 11th of September, I would get my wish, and this would be the date for the first game of the season. Before the game, we all stood for a moment of silence to honor everyone who lost their lives during the horrific terrorist attacks back in 2001. In the first game, we faced our school rivals, the Mountainville Cougars. In the past 5 years, Mountainville has beaten our school in football every single game they played each other. Also, Mountainville won the state title last year. Oh, how I wanted to beat them so badly. Chase and I started to hang out almost every single day. He's such a cool kid. He also truly loved the game of football. We'd practice at the ball field a lot. Heck, Chase threw the ball with more accuracy than I did. With the love and passion Chase had for the game of football, I wanted him to be part of the game. So I pushed for him to be the team's manager. Coach Murphy agreed with me since we didn't have a manager for this year. Last year's manager graduated. Inside the locker room, before the game, Coach Murphy stood in front of everyone. "Listen up. Tonight starts the real journey. Not only to win enough to go to state, but as men, we can learn how to overcome adversity." My whole life I have waited for this moment. I couldn't wait to get out on the field. "The team we are playing tonight, I'm not going to mention them by name, you already know it," Coach Murphy said, squeezing both his fists tight. "We haven't beaten them in over 5 years. They also took state last year. What are we going to do about that? Fold up and take the beating we normally do? Or are we going to go out like men and fight? Fight for our lives?" "We will win. I will win this game for Daddy," I kept saying to myself over and over. "I'll tell you what we are going to do. We will fight for our lives. You are all going to take that next step in life, as young men. This is truly a training period for you all." Coach Murphy pointed at every player. "In life, things will get tough, from your job to maybe your wives, or for some other reason, but you will all have to remain men and fight through those situations." Coach Murphy walked over to me, stopping directly in front of where I sat. "Each and every one of you should look at Andy here as an inspiration. He suffered a tragedy over the summer, and yet he's here, ready to play the game he loves. He has already improved drastically in the practices we have had, and I can see the determination in his eyes. I want to see it in every one of you." Tears fell from my eyes. I needed to win this game for my father. "Now, everyone get in here, hands in the middle, and on the count of 3, we will all say we are the Brown Bullheads." With everyone's hand in the middle, the team yelled, "We are the Brown Bullheads!" The team dispersed, and as I started to jog out of the locker room, Chase stopped me by placing his hands on my shoulder. "Hey, Andy, you're going to play great out there today. I know it." I tapped the back of Chase's head. "Thanks, buddy. I'm going to try." Out on the field I ran, standing still like a deer caught in the headlights. I felt dumbfounded. Seeing the crowd, sensing the heat from the lights, seeing our beautiful school logo in both touchdown areas, really got me shook. I held my helmet in my right hand. It quickly fell from my grip. Glancing down at my helmet, I saw a hand reach down and grab it. "Here you go, Andy." To my surprise, Carl stood in front of me, holding my helmet. He held the helmet out to me, and I took it. "Thanks, Carl." "Go out and kill them tonight. You got this." Carl smiled and ran over to the bench. I followed. Coach told me to pick tails in the coin toss, so when I walked to the middle of the field to meet the other team's captain and shake his hand, I picked tails. They let the home team pick the toss. To be honest, I believed my father was up in heaven watching me. I believed when the coin got flicked up into the air, my father must have grabbed the coin and turned it tails. A second later, the ref yelled, "Tails!" and I pumped my fist. Back standing by the bench, I watched our opponents kick the ball. The ball fell into Jamal O'Neill's hands. Jamal played running back for us, plus he ran back most of our kick and punt returns. The ball dropped into Jamal's hands at about the 20-yard line. Jamal took off down the field running crazy fast. With the help of a few blocks and his speed, Jamal ran all the way down to the Cougars' 35-yard line. After finally being tackled to the ground, the offense ran out onto the field. Just as I started to run out myself, someone gently grabbed me by the arm. I looked back to see Chase. Get them, man. Go kick their butts. Thanks, Chase. I got this. I trotted onto the field, my team huddled around me. Okay, guys, let's do this. After Jamal's great run back, I wanted to reward him. Hey, Jamal, how are you feeling? You want to run this? Jamal nodded. Yeah, I'm good. Give me the ball. Okay, let's run a draw. They probably think you're too tired to run again. Break! The entire team screamed. We walked up to the line. Everyone got in their positions. Hut! 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 I screamed. The ball snapped back into my hands. I dropped back in the motion to pass. The defense bit on the move as a few of their players stayed back. After a few steps back, Jamal ran up next to me in the blocking motion. The ball quickly left my hands as I placed the ball in Jamal's hands. He took off down the field, bopping and weaving past the defense. The defense finally brought Jamal down after a nice 18-yard gain. Only 17 more yards till a touchdown. Back in the huddle, I had my sights on the end zone. Look, guys, we are so close to the end zone. I'm going to go for it. Going for the kill right away. Let's run a crossing pattern. I glanced at Carlos Gonzalez, the number 1 wide receiver option on the team. Carlos, you line up on the right side and cut left. I'm looking for you first. Carlos nodded. We all placed our hands in the middle. Break! I yelled as we dispersed from the huddle. On the line, my eyes wouldn't leave the touchdown area. My mouth watered thinking of throwing my first touchdown pass as a high school player. Hut! I screamed. I dropped back, Jamal by my side, this time blocking me for real. Carlos ran up on the right side of the field for about 10 yards. He quickly performed a stutter step, making his defender lose balance. Carlos cut left, running fast. Kenny Haynes, our second wide receiver option, cut from left to right. Carlos and Kenny crossed each other. The defense appeared to be behind on the play. The ball gripped in my hands. I watched as Carlos ran to an open part of the field, only about 5 yards from the end zone. Throw the ball, son. I love you. Huh? Dad? My father's voice entered into my head, loud and clear. The next thing I knew, a defender ran up to me. I had to act quick. The ball whipped from my hands, barely getting out before taking the big hit from the defender. I fell to the ground, trying to glance back past the defender. Spinning through the air, the ball appeared to move in slow motion. The defender stood up from lying on top of me. I could see now. The ball fell into Carlos's hands. He juked past the defender and ran right into the touchdown zone, untouched. Yes! I bellowed. Tears poured from my eyes. Thank you, Daddy, I whispered, before my teammates surrounded me with high fives and hugs. The rest of the game continued pretty much the same way as it started. We dominated. We won the game 42-3. I threw 4 touchdown passes, Jamal ran for 1 touchdown, and our halfback, Johnny Fox, also ran one in. Our first win against the Mountainville Cougars in over 5 years, and boy did it feel great. We started a rhythm in the first game, and we never let up. Halfway through our season, we played 10 games, we started 5-0. We looked invincible. Our lowest scoring game was 35. The closest victory we had was 14 points. I was on a tear, averaging 4 touchdown passes a game while only throwing 1 interception so far. My home life went pretty well too. Mom got out of the hospital and she started to talk to a therapist. The therapist helped her a lot. He helped her cope with the passing of my father. She wanted me to go with him as well, but I didn't want to. Football acted as my therapist. Like I said, things seemed to be going well. Great, in fact. Well, it did up until the night of the 6th game of the season. An hour before the game started, we were on the road in Jagerstown, playing the winless Lightning. It seemed like us, a 5-0 team, would easily beat the 0-5 Jagerstown Lightning, but an unexpected phone call before the game changed everything. Inside the locker room, myself and the rest of the team sat at our lockers, getting our football jerseys on. Coach Murphy was looking over a few of the plays, new plays that we came up with during the last week of practice. Just as I finished putting my jersey on, the loud sound of the door slamming open caught my attention. I looked to find the quarterback coach, Coach Tiller, rushing into the locker room. "Hey, is everything okay, Coach Tiller?" Coach Murphy asked. Coach Tiller wiped the sweat off his forehead. "No, everything isn't okay. I just got off the phone with Chase Anderson's father. He isn't doing too good." My jaw dropped. Chase didn't travel with the team because after his last dialysis treatment, he felt extra tired. Weak, in fact. Coach Murphy told him to stay home and relax. Chase told me not to worry, that this happened a lot and that he would be okay. So I didn't worry. I trusted my buddy on his notion of being okay. The news Coach Tiller relayed really struck a nerve in me. "What is wrong, did he say?" Coach Murphy asked. Coach Tiller leaned against the locker. "Yeah, his kidneys are shutting down completely. They worked only a little, but that's better than not at all. But now they're shutting down. That's what Chase's father told me." My mouth became dry. My throat seemed to burn. My eyes filled with tears and a series of loud coughs exited my mouth. "Damn, that's terrible," Coach Murphy said, lowering his head. "Well, we need to go out there tonight and play hard and get this win for Chase." Coach Murphy raised his head. "That's what Chase would want." I agreed with Coach Murphy. Chase would want us to go out and play hard and get that win for him. Unfortunately for me, there was no way I could concentrate on the game. Out on the field, I couldn't think right. My mind was hazy. Honestly, I don't believe I have ever played so bad in my life. My passing didn't feel right. I missed my target almost all night. I dropped back in the pocket so slow that I got sacked 6 times. I threw 0 touchdowns during the game and 5 interceptions. We got crushed, to say the least. We lost 3-49 to the worst team in the league. After the game, during the 45-minute drive back home, I kept worrying about Chase. Every 5 minutes, I'd ask Coach Tiller to call Chase's family for an update. After a while, Coach Tiller would tell me to calm down, and how we couldn't keep bugging them during this moment. Even though it upset me, I had to agree with him. We arrived back at the school. I wanted to leave right away and go to the hospital. Coach Tiller, myself, and a few other teammates all carpooled over to the hospital. Coach Murphy and the other players decided not to go. They figured too many people showing up at once wasn't a good idea. We pulled up to the hospital. I glared at it from the car window, and my father's memory entered my mind. "Oh, I hate this place," I muttered under my breath. "Huh? Did you say something, Andy?" Our fullback Johnny Fox asked. I glanced at Johnny. My eyes trembled. No, I didn't say anything." Inside the hospital, we all walked. Coach Tiller approached the information desk. "Hi, we are here to see Chase Anderson." "What's all of your relationships to the patient?" the receptionist asked. She looked to be in her early 50s. She wore thick black glasses and had short brown hair. I'm one of his coaches on the football team, and these are his teammates and classmates at school." The receptionist picked up the phone and talked to someone. She spun around in her chair, facing away from us. Her voice remained quiet. I couldn't tell what she said. She turned back around and hung the phone up. "Sorry, everyone, he can't have any visitors tonight that are not family." "Oh, okay. Not a problem. We understand. Thank you," Coach Tiller said, turning to us. I shook my head in disgust. "Come on, guys, let's go," Coach Tiller said. The drive home remained silent. Nobody wanted to talk. I mean, what was there to talk about?